white smoke or dark secrets. The eyes of the world were fixed on Vatican City. The great bells of St. Peter's Basilica tolled, announcing that the old Pope had passed into the presence of his Lord. Now, a new leader had to be chosen. The world waited, full of hope and anxiety, but no one knew that this conclave would be anything but ordinary. 117 cardinals dressed in crimson robes silently entered the Sistine Chapel. The doors were sealed shut. "Extra omnes! Everyone else out!" rang through the hall, cutting them off completely from the outside world. The first day passed. Voting took place. Black smoke rose into the sky. No decision yet, the crowd thought with disappointment. But that night, under the dim glow of the chapel's lanterns, something strange happened. A cardinal, his name was Cardinal Vincenzo, was found unconscious, clutching an ancient piece of parchment. On it, only one sentence was written: "This election will not be of men." Fear swept through the conclave. Some whispered that it was a sign of demonic interference. Others feared it pointed to an internal conspiracy. A few were so terrified they begged for permission to leave. But according to the rules, no one could exit a conclave once it had begun. The second day arrived. As the next vote began, something even stranger occurred. Every ballot carried the same name, Petrus Romanus. But there was no cardinal by that name. The eldest cardinal, 98 years old, stood up and spoke. "I saw this name in a dream. A figure dressed in white came to me and said, 'The end is near. Choose the final pope.'" The cardinals were now drowning in fear and astonishment. Was a prophecy truly coming to life? According to some ancient traditions, Petrus Romanus was foretold to be the last pope, after whom the signs of the world's end would begin. On the third day, white smoke finally rose, but this time a strange red glow spread across the sky. News channels across the globe screamed, "Mysterious lights over Vatican. Who is the new pope? Is this the end?" Shortly after, the announcement came, "We have chosen a new pope. His name is Petrus II." But when the massive crowd gathered in St. Peter's Square, eager to catch a glimpse of the new pope, all they could see was a glowing white figure. No face, no human form. Had humanity chosen some celestial being? Or was this conclave the beginning of a secret hidden for centuries? No one knows, and perhaps no one ever will. The entire world was drowning in shock and fear. On the Vatican balcony, only a single glowing white light could be seen. No one had clearly seen Petrus II. No face, no body. People began speculating wildly. Was it an angel or something else? The next day, the Vatican's official website released a brief message. The new pope has decided to deliver humanity a final message. This message was simultaneously released in over 100 languages. And the message was strange. "Prepare yourselves, the day of justice is near. The world needs forgiveness. Within 7 days, either repent or regret." 7 days! Chaos erupted around the globe. Markets emptied. People rushed to places of worship. Governments convened emergency meetings. Scientists were baffled, wondering if something monumental was truly about to happen. On the fourth day, a new miracle occurred. In every country, above every major house of worship, a similar white light appeared, and everywhere the same words echoed: "Time is running out." On the fifth day, the skies over many parts of the world turned blood red. People fell to their knees, children wept, and the elderly raised their hands toward the heavens, begging for mercy. On the sixth day, Petrus II issued his final decree. Those who have repented will be saved. Those who remained arrogant will regret it. After midnight, every heart shall be tested. And when the seventh day arrived, the walls of the Vatican began to tremble. Mysterious cracks appeared across the floor of the Sistine Chapel. Then suddenly, a golden door appeared, suspended in the sky above St. Peter's Basilica. From the radiant light, thousands of beings dressed in white emerged. In their hands were books, like the ledgers of scribes recording every human's deeds. Petrus II's voice echoed, "Today is the day of judgment." And then the world witnessed a sight never seen before in history. The righteous were lifted from the earth, and a dark veil fell over those who remained. When the light faded, the Vatican lay in ruins. The ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, where Michelangelo had once painted the Last Judgment, had become a reality. And Petrus II, some say he returned with the light. Others whisper that he still walks somewhere on earth, waiting for one final opportunity. The darkness had lifted. Only those who had sincerely repented, those who were truly remorseful and seekers of truth, remained on earth. The cities, nations, and empires of the past had either vanished or fallen into deep silence. The world now resembled a barren yet pure land. No war, no corruption, no hatred, only stillness with peace whispering through the air. The survivors began to gather in scattered groups. From east to west, people started living simply. There were no governments left, no kings. Only one law remained: justice, love, and truth. Every morning, a strange melody would descend from the sky, a melody that soothed hearts and reminded everyone that this new world was a gift, not a trial. One day, some decided to travel toward Vatican City. They wanted to see if any sign of Petrus II remained. When they arrived, they found that a small garden had grown amidst the ruins of the Sistine Chapel. In the center stood a golden plaque engraved with these words: "Love is the final king. Truth is the final religion. Humanity is the final nation. Whoever embraces it shall live." And below it was the signature, Petrus II. The people preserved that garden, naming it St. Peter's Garden, and made it a symbol of the world's new beginning. Gradually, new generations were born. But their hearts carried no pride, no greed, no hatred, because their ancestors had witnessed the final judgment with their own eyes. And every year on the seventh day, children all around the world would hold white flowers in their hands, look toward the sky, and pray. Thank you, Petrus II. We promise that we will never let the light of love and truth fade.